If you are watching this video, your spec was either shafted by Blizzard, or you want to try out the new flavor of the month, or maybe you want that heritage armor. It is during these troublesome times that we take a look at our alts and try to fantasize about topping the meters again. With 8.1 just around the corner bringing new XP changes, it's the best time to level an alt, so Flame has for you 6 easy ways to level an alt and 7 tips to make it even easier. Number 1. The good old-fashioned questing. Overall, questing has been made easier considering the zone's scale, and it's more efficient to stay in one zone and clear it. If possible, I would recommend questing seriously only in later expansions and to revamped Cataclysm zones. Vanilla quests, and to some extent TBC quests, have you run around inefficiently zigzagging from your quest hub to the quest area. Over the years, Blizzard has done a better job at streamlining the quests in a zone so you can just pick up everything from a city and do pretty much all of them in the same general area. Number 2. Random dungeons. Queuing up for a dungeon is fairly easy, and you can do that starting with level 15. Surprisingly, the queues are pretty decent even for mid-range level toons. My 54 Hunter found the queue in about 3 minutes. And yes, this is considered quick. There are ways to speed things up, so keep watching until the end. Number 3. Arena skirmishes. Arenas are surprisingly good at giving out XP. If you win, you get more, of course, but if you aim at spamming skirmishes, I would assume you have some level of knowledge about your class to increase win rate. Number 4. Pet battles. You heard me.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
Pet battles are a surprisingly good method of earning some XP. It's even better if you enjoy doing them. If you don't, I would strongly advise you to stay away because they can get repetitive. I do have a few tips if you do opt for pet battles as a leveling method. You'll earn XP as long as your pets also earn XP. If you have max level pets, you earn diddly squat. When you encounter pets around the world, they will start coming at you 1 at a time, then 2 at a time. Then you will find them in groups of 3 as a team. Pokemon!
Who's that Pokemon? It's
John Cena!
The groups of 3 give you the most XP, and that usually happens at around pet level 15 and up, which is when I would recommend doing every pet battle you encounter. You would need your pets to be at a similar level, ideally lower for max XP gain, so unless you have pets in that level range, you might want to consider leveling them in the process. Also, getting a lot of pets to max level will make the Pet Battle World quests the easiest shit in the game. Basically, free goodies. Number 5. Island Expeditions. Obviously, this is for levels 110 and higher, or as soon as you can unlock them. They only give more XP than questing overall, but they do represent one of the most efficient ways of getting levels in BFA for a few reasons. You get AZEROTH for your neck, which you will need anyway. You can get the sweet drops of BOEs, mounts, and pets. And queues are generally faster than random dungeons. Plus you can AFK and watch Netflix or clip your toenails in the process. What? Clip nails? I never do that. How did that get in here? Marcelian! Number 6. Random Battlegrounds. Holy Mother of AZEROTH. This is by far the most XP you will ever get in your leveling process, at least until level 110. The queues might be longer than everything else, but if you like them old Warsong gulches, I would 100% recommend you be queued up for one of these babies at all times. Before we go into actual tips on how to take advantage of all of these methods, here's a small graph, hopefully painting you a picture of how much XP you can get with each method over how much time you spend on the individual activity. Like I said, this is just to give you a general idea. Before starting your leveling crusade, get your heirlooms. They make a significant difference, and if there's one thing you should do more than anything is having the heirlooms. The majority of the heirlooms can be bought from the faction vendor located in Undercity, Rogue's Quarter, for the Horde, and Ironforge, Hall of Explorers for Alliance. From these vendors you can buy the shoulder and chest pieces, which give you XP gain. You can also buy weapons and trinkets, rings and necks for extra stat boosts, which make killing things even faster. The cloak and helm can be bought from the guild vendor in Stormwind and Orgrimmar as long as you are friendly with your guild. Usually joining a random guild early and doing quests will get you friendly by the time you start doing dungeons and other things. The leg pieces will be a bit more conditional. You will need to be honored with your guild, and the guild to have the profession achievement working better as a team. With BFA, this is harder to get if you don't have it already, since you cannot get 600 skill points in a profession as easily as before. Now you have to spread those 600 skill points across multiple expansions worth of content. Still doable, but less convenient. There are a couple of rings you can get from the Garrison Shipyard missions, which I don't have, but those are the only rings that boost XP gain as well. Once you purchase the heirlooms, make sure to upgrade them to level 110, otherwise they won't scale anymore once they hit the cap, and they won't give you the bonus XP either. Each piece of armor requires around 8k gold to be boosted from level 60 to level 110. Weapons are more expensive, but since they don't give XP boosts, they're not as necessary. You can wear cloth armor on your warrior if you don't have the gold to get the plate. You'll get the bonus XP, but aside from stamina, think yourself as naked. Ooh yeah. For questing, the graph numbers take into account if you do one quest at a time. Seeing as you can get around 2 to 3 quests from a town and do all of them in the same area, you can multiply the result. Also, none of these take into account the individual mob XP you get, since not all quests have you kill stuff. When it comes to dungeons, you'll find faster and easier queues if you are the tank or the healer. If you plan on leveling a feral druid for instance, just queue as Guardian or Resto for faster queues. Specs that can fill one of these two roles will get you better results when joining groups. For most things, but battlegrounds and arenas especially, it's better if you queue with some friends. Or maybe invite the people you just played with so you can queue together. You get XP for losing, but it's less so why not make it better? I would also recommend buying and cycling through your faction race's TABARD. Go to each faction representative and buy their TABARD so you can level the rep passively as you do dungeons and quests. This will just make it easier once you reach max, so you never have to worry about being exalted with a dark spear as an orc. You can also get the AZEROTH autopilot add-on. For levels below 110, it will skip cutscenes, auto-accept and turn in quests, and pick up the item reward. After 110, it will actually guide you with a little arrow to finish each zone's questline, so you have all the content unlocked upon reaching 110. As far as I was able to find, the author has been working on adapting the add-on for lower levels as well, so it might get better in future months. And lastly, log out in rested places. Everyone knows that, but it's still important enough to mention. 8.1 is just around the corner, and all the XP gains will matter even more since we essentially need less to reach max level. For an ideal leveling experience, try to do a few of these activities at a time. For example, when I level my hunter, I queue for a random dungeon, a battleground or arena while I'm questing and picking up every pet battle that I come across. This way, I fill up the downtime for each type of activity and it at least keeps me engaged with the game. The game can give you a lot more tools to level faster. You can essentially min-max the entire process with trinkets from special events that are decently hard to get. There are also potions that give you a big boost of XP for 15 minutes, which you use when you turn in a lot of quests at a time. When you reach level 90, your garrison can also sell you a potion for more XP in Draenor zones. That's actually a bit cheaper. I purposely left those out not because they're bad, but many people don't have the gold or patience to min-max their leveling, and maybe they just want to relax. If you do all of those above, it will be faster, and if you have the means to do it without making the game a chore, by all means. I hope you found the video helpful, and if you have another way of leveling that I missed, make sure to stick it in the comment section below. The graph I made was done with a few of my low-level toons with heirlooms and rested XP, just as a disclaimer. But if you think my numbers are batshit wrong, pop your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching the video and have an amazing week. Peace!